Betty, welcome back. I'm glad to know you're well.
It's very nice to hear from you, Winnie.
But I want you to understand that objectivity requires you to assess the quality of your information and the sources of your information. Why would you buy into NRM propaganda? Why would you buy into NRM nonsense that they have 30 people in every village? Why would you believe that? There are so many villages where Museveni didn't even get one vote, where he got zeros. I've been to constituencies, I was just in Kasilo, where he gets 3 votes. So where are these 30 people per village? That's what he claims, Betty. That's not the truth. It's not verified truth. So if you want to be objective, don't buy into propaganda. That's one point I wanted to make. So Museveni has his strengths in some areas. Museveni has his weak areas. We have our strongholds, and there is absolutely no truth in the fact that he has this block 1 point, I don't know how many million people in his pocket. That's not true. 2, I just want to agree very much with Honorable Latigo that FDC supporters at the grassroots, represented by their delegates, are going to choose a leader and leaders who are credible, who have national appeal, who can unite the country, who can face the dictator and challenge the dictator, who are not corrupt, who have got the trust of the people. It will not necessarily be Region A or Region B or Region C. It's true, we all want diversity, we all want the leadership to go to certain regions, but ultimately the choice will be about an individual and his or her capacity to lead this country, to take on dictatorship, to take on corruption, and to be inclusive. It will not be about delivering to a region. I also want to agree, I also want to caution that we should not make the mistake, and this is to FDC people and their leaders in particular, don't make the mistake of getting drawn into fighting a succession battle through the media. Remember, the people who are going to choose are our delegates, they are people at the grassroots, they are the people who work day and night to keep this party alive. Go to those. Go to the bases if you want to start your campaign. But don't fight this in the media, because they are listening, and the more you tear this party apart, the less you have a chance to lead it. That's my caution.
Honorable Winnie Byanyima, thank you very much indeed for your
You're welcome.
perspective. Thank you very much.
And thank you for giving me an opportunity. Bye-bye.
You're always welcome. All right, let's hear from you, our other listeners. Our telephone number is 0414-348-111, 0312-260-390, 0791-909-909. When you call in, I would like you to tell us your name and where you are calling from. Maybe as we wait to hear from the listeners, Honorable Kamya, do you think the opposition will unite ahead of 2016? You've already started your own campaigns. Will the opposition unite ahead of 2016? In case Museveni were to stand.
Professor Latigo, I think, first of all, Winnie, it was great hearing from you. And Winnie, thank you so much for coming to visit me in the hospital. I really took that as a great honor. And it was nice hearing from you. And maybe Winnie's right. I did buy into the NRM propaganda that there are 30 people. If it's just propaganda, what I know is not propaganda is that by 2016, UFA will have a committee at every.
Radio 1?
Yes, sir. You're welcome to Spectrum.
This is Jimmy Rwasa.
Jimmy Rwasa.
I just have 2 comments to make. The first one is, I think when it comes to choosing the leader for FDC, I think this issue of saying since Dr. Kizito comes from Western, and I think people should offer themselves, like what happened last time. Last time, Dr. Kizito offered himself along with the retired Major General Mugisha Muntu. These are the two people who came out. I don't think people should just be given the opportunity on a silver plate. If you want to stand for leadership, come out and people will choose you. But the issue of saying you should come from this area, whatever, for me, I don't care. Even if the entire party had all people coming from one region, but as long as they are capable and they have offered themselves, I think I don't agree with the Reagan or Kum. If he wants him to stand and compete, if he's defeated, he will be defeated. If he wins, he will win. Then the second thing I want to talk about also, I don't agree him going to the press and saying blah, blah, blah. When a team loses, you lose as one team. But you cannot say because somebody you didn't defend very well or you didn't strike or that kind of thing. When you are defeated, you are defeated. It was a team and he should take the responsibility as a team. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Wasa. Let's take our next caller. Spectrum, hello?
Hello, good evening. This is Aisha Kawanda.
Aisha Kawanda, resurrected. You're welcome to Spectrum.
Thank you very much. I want to congratulate Betty upon that very successful campaign she went through. And I've got a comment and a question to her. My comment is about when his reaction to the numbers NRM says she has the 30 people per village. Of course, there could be few traitors. Normally they are there. I'm part of the NRM National Campaign Connecting Team. And I want to say we deliberately went to our people. The 30 per village, we reached there. And she should not undermine the multiplication factor of those people going to people. Assuming the 30, each one of them got five people, how many would end up with? I think it's a big oversight to think that's a small number. There could be a few people who betrayed the cause anyway. A question to Betty. FDC claims they actually won the election, but not with a good percentage to be declared winners or presidents of this country. And that presupposes that if there was the official position, would go for a rerun. Now, between the two devils, the FDC Besje and the M7 Besje, if she's to ally, because the secondary run would mean that the others have to ally with any of the two, where would she prefer? Thank you very much.
Well, very interesting question. We'll go straight to our next caller. Spectrum, hello?
Yes.
Your name, sir?
Good morning, Edmond.
Good evening, your name?
Good evening, Edmond.
Good evening, my friend. Your name? I thought you were calling from the US. Your name?
Yeah, this is UB3 in Mukono.
UB3.
I really love so much Honorable Betty Kamya because she's really very objective. But I just want to know from her if she has really found out why is it that some people who have been agitating for federalism here in this region did not support her in her campaign, yet she did have very brilliant ideas as far as federalism is concerned in this country. Secondly, I don't think we shall really ever have any free and fair elections in this country as long as His Excellency President Yoweri Museveni and Mr. Kizito Besigye are still leaders of the FDC and the NRM. So I would wish to have President Museveni and Dr. Kizito Besigye out of the politics of this country so that we can have free and fair elections in this country. Have a good evening.
All right, let's take our final caller. Spectrum, hello?
Hello, Edmond.
Yes, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening. Your name?
This is Wamboga.
Peter, good to hear from you.
Thank you, Edmond. Now, Edmond, my take on this matter is, partly I agree with Honorable Reagan Okumu that the FDC lost time into alliance, into the IPC. The issue is what did it bring in? The Conservative Party, JEMA, what weight do they have? How many in numerical strength? How much, capacity they have on the ground to mobilize? Perhaps Suvi made a difference, as Honorable Latigo says. But also, Honorable Latigo, as a scientist, and this is my bias, as a scientist, Honorable Latigo, that parliament, we need science to be prioritized for development of this country. Politics alone is not what Ugandans will eat. This country faces hunger, the environment is deteriorating, and pests and diseases are serious. You are an entomologist, Honorable Latigo, you know this. We have serious pests in cassava, in banana, in maize. We are losing a livelihood. We shall not eat politics.
Interesting. Professor, would you like to start from that, and then we'll come to you?
Well, thank you very much. I probably would like to start by saying hi to Aisha Kabanda. We used to be friends. I don't know what has happened. Maybe because I've lost my seat in Parliament, I no longer count in our life. But I say hi to you. And I thank Winnie for her intervention. Even Jimmy Luasa for his intervention. Luamboga, you know the problem we face in these countries is to misunderstand what politics is about. In places like the US, there are elections, actually every 4 years,
True.
Not even 5.
Right.
But once elections are done, politics stops, and governance and leadership takes over. For us, it is politics 100%.
All the time.
President Museveni is elected, then the chair of the local NADS committee must be NRM, regardless of the quality of that person. And therefore NADS, with its money, goes down the drain. And the pest will come and eat our bananas, as Luamboga it says. The problem is not politics. The problem is leadership.